Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Many a True Nerd, and welcome to Faery, Legends of Avalon. Yeah, it's another game that I just kind of stumbled across on Steam while I was doing a big shopping splurge for a Steam sale. But this one really appealed, because the thing about fairies, no matter how you spell them, because really it's either fairy with an I or fae folk with an E, but never mind, let's just spell it to look fancy, shall we? I bet any money this game uses the term verily at some point too. The thing about fairies is, we don't get to play as fairies in games very often, do we? We get to play as, like, werewolves and vampires and other stuff like that. But fairies, there's a bit of the folklore we don't get, because they're tiny in stature, little winged creatures that are generally just deemed a bit cutesy, that most folklores don't say have any particular interesting powers. So, hell yeah, when I get the opportunity to play as a little fairy, I'm totally going to. I think that sounds awesome. Also, the fact they've called it Faery with the E, Legends of Avalon. It's like a little generic fantasy novel in a game. They could not have made, like, you know, mock Middle-earthy type Britain sounding game from its title if they'd tried. It's beautiful. Anyway, let's play this, shall we? Alright, character's gender, male or female? This is quite frankly unfair. The bloke has what look like kind of mini eagle wings and a big ass bow. The woman has much smaller wings and no bow. What does she get then? Alright, I'm going with woman. I prefer the wings. It's quite frankly cheating. If they're supposed to be tiny in stature, you should have the little bug wing, so we're going with her. Oh my goodness, it's an actual proper flipping character creator. There's the red guard fairy as well. Screw it, we're going with generic female fairy. Let's do this. John. My name is John. Go. From the Isle of Avalon, King Oberon reigned over the population as diverse as the dreams of men. Every land whirred with the sound of fairy. Okay, so we're in proper Midsummer Night's Dream rules here. Assuming there'll be a Queen Titania around somewhere. But man began to doubt the fairy kingdom and little by little dismissed it as childish or demonic. Man eventually retreated into a daily routine in which magic had no place. See, that's easy to do when there aren't fairies, but when there are physical, actual, literal fairies, that is more difficult. So Oberon decided to remove his people to enclaves on the edges of the human world, and the fairies became no more to them than age-old memories existing only in fairy tales and the works of poets and visionaries. But when the magic left the world, the fairy kingdom began disappearing one by one, until one day when I just sort of broke out of a block of glass or something. Oberon was right. The crystal broke out. Oh, wait, hang on. So, how big am I if they're that size? Am I big? We must take her to the king. The king wishes to speak with her. I would too. I'm apparently flipping, like, from the normal fairy's point of view, I'm way bigger. Alright, so just look around with any one stick and then just push forward to move around the other. So yeah, we can just fly straight. I'm going to be honest, my character's wearing a bit of a short skirt for a game in which you spend large parts of it, flying. I am indeed small in stature, though, because that there is a flower. So I'm like... Wait, I'm a fairy. She's a pixie. But, yeah, okay. Alright, that's fine. Can we go in this house? No, we can't go in this house. No fairies allowed. Yes! Oh, dear. The skirt is more than a little bit short, to be honest. This is apparently where the king is. He just lives in this little kind of tower. And by the way, I'm just going to ignore him for the moment and just crack open his treasure chest. Excellent. Bracelets of iron and light healing potions. John, here you are among us once again, awakened from your slumber. I'm sorry to have interrupted your dreams, but I fear our need for you is grave. It's alright, Oberon. What do you need me to do? The magic of the world has been gradually fading. Perhaps you recall how, as you were falling asleep, the first signs of this weakening had already appeared? No memory. I remember light. It's got a little Mass Effect wheel. Lovely. No, I have no idea what you're talking about. And it's all a blur. I recall nothing. The shock of the awakening was too sudden, no doubt. It will come back. Anyway, the magic has now faded, so much that only a few worlds remain, and the worlds where legends were strongest. Okay. Negligence! Tell me more. It's even coded with, like, red versus blue. Just tell me more, Oberon, alright? So the magic has sadly faded so drastically, the portals leading to these realms of legend have also disappeared. Only 3 remain, and they are fading fast. If we do not act, the fairy kingdom will soon expire. Wait, what? How does that work? Wait, can't our kingdom just act independently, or are we kind of like Neil Gaiman's American Gods, where we're being fueled by the beliefs of others? Because if so, we probably shouldn't have sealed ourselves away on the edges of men and so forth. We should have not done that. So, yeah, how am I going to help with this? And I shall traverse the strongest portals to discover what has jeopardized these realms of legend. So, before doing so, you must gather companions for your journey. We could never send you alone. To do so would be folly. Do I look like I need a nanny? Okay, what companions? And I have no one in mind. It's up for you to find the being suited for your quest. Tour the island, talk with its folk, and find 2 fairies who'll be willing to accompany you. Hang on. There's other creatures down there. Why only fairies? But alright, fine. I'll form my team. It's like... Oh, he's drawing attention to the chest behind him. Yeah, I'm sorry, mate. I've already kind of robbed you there. Right, so... I don't want to find creatures who aren't fairies. Or am I stuck with just fairies? It's like Assassin's Creed, except I can fly! Lovely. Right, yeah. You. Goblin. Goblin. I actually want to bring you. Mustard Seed the Goblin. I'm going to bring you along if I can. And while I'll be jiggered, you've awakened. You've been in the stasis since I was a toddler. Must be weird breathing this air and all right. So now, what can I do for you? You can answer some questions. The question being, do you want to come with me on an amazing adventure, random... I don't know, troll, goblin. I don't know what he is, and I don't kind of want to ask because that's probably racist. Yes, companion. Would you like to be my companion, random troll creature? Ooh, that's just like our king it is. If he reckons we're ready to leave our lovely jubbly beds, he's flipped his nut. Let him go himself. That's what I say. Actually, that's a good idea. The king probably should come. He has got big old antlers. I'm not sure why he wouldn't come himself other than laziness. So, okay, do you know anyone who might actually be willing to come? Given apparently you're too bloody lazy too. Didn't mean to be a Rudy Two-Shoes, but I don't know anyone who's flipped the nut enough to be passing through the mirrors that sort. Best of fairy tales. The world is literally ending. The world is literally kind of collapsing at the moment. Apparently we're all going to die soon, and you can't be bothered to go and help. Brilliant. Right, where's the main town? It was over here, wasn't it? I like just flying around. It's nice being a fairy, and the animations on her are quite good. How when she's kind of going at speed, she puts her arms when she's coming down, she puts them out. It's quite nice. Oh, what the heck are you two? It's the flipping Gruffalo. Hello, Gruffalo. What's going on? Speak to Tom. Tom the Gruffalo or William the Gruffalo. I'll have a word with Tom the Gruffalo. What are you? Don't come... Oh, you're trolls, not Gruffalo. Sorry. Bye. Ah, Marcius. Presumably you're a little horned. You're a fawn, aren't you? Hello, fawn. Would you be willing to come with me, strange large-headed fawn creature? Oh, I'm just a fawn, you know. The kind that plays the flute and makes girls giggle, that's all. I'll answer any questions you throw at me, but I'd never risk my life in strange... Everyone doesn't really want to live. This world doesn't deserve flipping saving. Be brave, you lunatic. Do I look like a hero to you? You must be joking. Go knock on someone else's door. Nobody wants to live. Look, do you even know anyone who might come with me at least? Sorry, don't know anyone crazy enough to risk their lives. I think we should just go and find a new kingdom. This one just doesn't seem to want to survive. Right, let's go up to the top here. What's going up top here? We just need to find... It's only need to find 2 companions. We need to find 2 flipping companions. We haven't found a single person who's been even remotely willing to look at what's going on yet. Ooh, wait, you're flying. Are you a... Oh, you look like a troll, but except you're a troll in some nice smart clothing. I'll speak to Bert, see what you can tell me. My brothers do make me sore for choosing science over war. Pity me and help me save this life my kindred brutes do crave. Looks so sad he hasn't even noticed me. He's just reciting poetry to himself. So, okay. This will then be the, these will be the mirrors. This one will be open, but not until I assume I've got a couple of companions sorted out. Fine. So, what ooh, look at that. It's a massive bird over there. Massive seagull. Okay, now that gives us this correct scale. That is a seagull. And you, I think I might need something that's in your nest. Are you sitting on something right now? Hello? Now, I can see there's something in her nest, but I can't get it. Oh, that's... I genuinely like that. I just like this slightly unusual scale to things. How you've got... also, that's not even a... That's not even badly animated. They've actually done not a bad job on that... that little kind of seagull there. That's quite good. Alright, fine. We'll come back to you. I'm guessing we need to find a way to get you off your nest so we can not steal your eggs. We don't want to steal your eggs. We just want to flipping steal your bit of paper, whatever that is. Right, let's go find some fairies. Now, we've got something good over in this corner of the island. Whoever this is might be useful. Oh, you're another not fairy, are you? Bron the Fisherman. I get the feeling you're going to be too bloody cowardly to come with me. Though I might just steal... No, whatever that is, I can't steal that. Bron the Fisherman, can you tell me anything at least? A visitor. New on the island, are we? Don't think I've seen you around here before. I just woke up, it's fine. Look, are you willing to come with me or bloody not? Me? Quite the joke you are. What could an old fisher dog like me do for you apart from casting nets? I'm good for nothing. I'm old, grouchy and riddled with rheumatism. Me, hero material? That's a laugh. Oh, for... Nobody wants to join me on my quest, do they? Maybe I should just stop asking anyone who's not a fairy. I guess you need someone brave and fearless, someone not right in their head even. No one knows what may befall you if the mirrors disappear when you're on the other side. Have you spoken to Aziel? Alright, we might have an answer here. No, who exactly is he? A wild type laughs in the face of fear. Wouldn't know where to find him though, but if there's trouble afoot, he'll be just around the corner. Okay, think we've got ourselves team member number 1 there. We just need to find this Aziel, whoever he is. Ah, and there's a fairy down here. Are you Aziel by any flipping chance? And indeed I am, but the presentations can wait. These goblins will tip. Look at the they're so tiny and cute. And you've got wings. You could just fly away. You'll just kick them. Stamp on them. They're like the little baby mantas in New Vegas, for goodness sake. Right, combat tutorial. Let's see. Let's see how this works. How do I'll gladly help you fight, but I just need you to walk me through the basics of fighting first. Come hither. Ah, hither. That's halfway to verily right there. Okay, so it's entirely turn-based at the moment. So it's my turn, and I can choose... Well, I can't use offensive or defensive magic, so I presume I don't have any. What is position? So I could set myself as a defensive position, so I'm guessing that's like a shield thing. I could use an object, so that obviously I've got my light healing potions. Or I could just straight up attack using my basic attack, and then I could select the person I want to attack. So, young water just beating babies to death here. And we're 3 times bigger than them, but alright. Smash the baby on the head. Oh no, sorry, that was his turn. Okay, so I control both of them. Fine. So now, do I get the same thing? I've got my healing potions. I don't have a defensive pose for whatever reason. Let's just focus on one of them. It's always good to just kind of get one of them down first. I cast a little magic spell. He gets out. I think he just pulled the fish out of his mouth and then whacked. Yep, just pulled the fish out of his mouth there. That was weird. Right, finished that one off. He's presumably dead now. And then just attack this one. Fine. You see, I'm way better. I've got actual magic powers. That other guy, he's just got a flipping bow. That's not magic in the slightest. And victory is yours. 50 experience gained. Experience status. Okay, so there's a leveling up system. 10 experience before the next level. Crack on then. Thank you for helping me. You have a mean hand in battle. My pleasure, companion. Idiot! Lovely. My pleasure. Let's be polite to this guy. Oh, did that just say Aziel loves you a little bit more? Blimey, this is escalating quickly. I've come to explore the old dragon's cave. There may be objects inside that could save Avalon, but the place has been overrun with goblins, and none too pleased when others show up uninvited. Were you willing to be my companion by any flipping chance? I see a companion who's willing to follow me on the mirrors. I'm guessing he will, but we're going to need to clear out that cave first. I'm willing to accompany you. Yep, but first the cave. It may conceal secrets that will be useful to us later. Do you wish to come with me? Not particularly, but I'm guessing I'm going to have to anyway. Yep. Right, let's go do this together then. So he's now just following me around. Lovely. Okay. I don't mind you following me, but when I'm wearing this skirt and flying forwards, okay, if you're going to fly directly behind me, I'm going to be a little bit suspicious of your motives, alright? Flipping Aziel? Oh yeah, he is just totally just copping an eyeful, isn't he? Right, into the cave we go. Ooh, I've just gained 20 experience for discovering the cave, and that means I have leveled up. Beautiful. So I gain 1 skill point and maximum action points 5. So is there a proper level up system here? Select Metamorphosis. Oh, I actually physically change myself as I go along. That's kind of cool, actually. I like that. Dragonfly Fireball. Enemies struck by a ball of fire, causing earth damage. I'm going to be honest, game, I would have expected fire damage there, but call me crazy, because it was a dragon casting a fireball that cast a ball of fire that caused blaze damage, but you know what? Yep, sure, whatever. Or there's lightning discharge, so an electrified charge, electrified damage, and a high chance of fatality. Okay, so potentially an instant... Ooh! I'm actually... Yeah, I'm physically changing my character. I actually really like that. I like, because, One of my favourite RPGs of all time is Skies of Arcadia, but one of the things I don't like about it is how when you change like equipment and stuff, you don't kind of physically see it on your person, whereas here, if you make changes to yourself, you actually kind of, it's a really big part of your physical self, which is kind of cool. Or Tornado. Tornado swoops over an enemy, causing air damage. The enemy may be stunned for 1 action point. Sounds like Dragonfly is probably the most reliable damage dealer, so I'm going to do that. Though, can I change that at any point? Skill point required. I could upgrade that, but no, I would need a skill point to upgrade that. Alright, fine. So, Aziel has also mysteriously picked up some experience. I'm guessing maybe he had that spell all along, I just wasn't allowed to cast it in the first battle. So let's try his Lightning Discharge. Where's he got Lightning Discharge? I thought Lightning Discharge was attached to the Butterfly Wings. He's got the Tornado Wings, yet he knows Lightning. For whatever reason. So, okay. Let's just cast that on this one. I mean, this is a Water Goblin with... Oh, that did really pathetically little. Right, well, let's try my offensive magic on the same one, see if that's any better. I'm casting Fire on a Water Goblin at the moment, which doesn't feel like it should be doing a huge amount of damage, to be honest. And they are attacking both of us, but they look like they're more feeble than us. Let's just try a normal attack, see how kind of that just does against the same person. And that is... Oh, that's way better. Okay, I think these guys have just got more just straight up kind of magic resistance than damage resistance. However, that's kind of countered because they definitely went down faster to that. Alright, so not all enemies are kind of worth doing. It's worth potentially doing a... For Aziel, it's not worth kind of doing that because I'm definitely not going to kind of kill this guy. But for John, actually no, it's not even worth it because I'll finish this guy off. If I was taking on a tough enemy, it's probably worth doing like 1 round of Fireball at the beginning of the fight just to get the blaze damage off so he takes passive damage over the next 2 turns. I'm really starting to overthink this RPG about fairies. There we are, they die, beautiful. Loads of experience for that. And onwards to the chest. Nice. Headband of Iron, light healing potions. Reanimation elixir. Okay, so some nice Phoenix Downs there. Beautiful. So I can apply my iron headband. Yeah, okay, so again, it's actually, wait, can I actually see it? Yes, it is. All equipment is physically represented on you. So all your upgrades change your physical body and everything else. I actually genuinely quite like that. That, like, all your upgrades and all your equipment are actually physically represented on you. That's quite good. And here, unfortunately, come some crabs. Presumably, impossibly small crabs, because we know how big a seagull is outside. So who are these crabs? Let's make Aziel love me a little bit more, because, yeah, this game is straight up Mass Effect, because if you're nice to someone, they just fall in love with you. Strategy, Aziel loves you a bit more. Would seem you've already encountered them. Do you know how to defeat them, Aziel? What's your tactics? I've fought with crabs for many years, but not this type of crab. No, that's not what he says. He actually says, their shells, my arrows cannot harm them. Okay, so we have to use exclusively magic. These are high defense but low magic defense creatures, I guess. And you may be right, they have natural defenses. They must have some kind of weakness. Plus, I have that new magic attack up my sleeve. You don't have sleeves, you've got gauntlets. Let's go! So, Aziel, cast your lightning discharge against one of the crabs. Logically, that is... Yep, that's made a big difference. Now, is my fire magic going to be less effective because these are, like, water creatures or whatever? Let's see. Yes, that did less damage, possibly because they are watery. But he also takes blaze damage slowly, so he's fine. So we can probably change target, especially for the lightning discharge, onto the other small crab. Lightning damage does a load. Oh, wait. That did not that much damage. Oh, does that mean that lightning discharge, the high chance of fatality, means like it can score critical hits? It can do like double damage at random. And they're both suffering from burning. Now, when does burning damage go into effect? So I feel like one of these crabs should be going down. Oh, yeah, one of them already went down. So it happens after the end of the round. Beautiful. You've got a lightning discharge. Let's see if you happen to get that kind of sort of bonus critical. You don't. Another fireball will finish you off. There doesn't seem to be magic points in this game. So nice and quick. They go down. Beautiful. I also need to check whether, ooh, is that a crab? A crab and some goblins there. Do they actually work together? The pointer in this game is very annoying, by the way. It just keeps resetting to the center. I'm using a controller, but the mouse pointer keeps resetting and appearing. It's very irritating. So, we know what to do here. We've got offensive magic of a lightning discharge. And it looks like your health does reset each battle, which is nice. So, focus on the small crab with your lightning spell. which appears to do a good job, because I think the kind of these creatures, the actual water goblins, are pretty feeble. Let's just get a fireball on him as well. Yeah, it seems like actually more or less the magic is interchangeable. Maybe elements isn't a thing in this game. The crab comes forward. The crab can do way more damage. It does 14. The other water goblin does. It doesn't do that much more, to be honest. The crab is not that tougher. But let's get rid of that crab anyway. There we go. He'll die at the end of this turn, so there's no point wasting a turn there. Meanwhile, the basic attacks work better on the little water goblins. So we'll just kind of beat them up a bit. Taking a bit of damage. The crab... the crab dies... Maybe flame damage happens at the beginning of his turn. You just attack that guy. See if you can finish him off. No, you can't. You're feeble. Right, let's get rid of that once we only get hit by one attack. And the other goblin comes in, and we will finish this off next time. And one more attack from you. Oh, my attack's way better. I do 29 damage. He only does 20 with his base attack. Maybe he's got more... yeah, he's probably got more magic, but worse kind of attacking skills. And there we are, almost at the next level. Oh no, we have reached level 3. Skill points, action points, lovely. And with that, I could either upgrade my head. Oh, the marks on my face, which impacts my power. Okay, or I could upgrade some horns, by which I mean grow some horns. So, and that is that an ability? So launches a projectile at all enemies who suffer physical damage. That seems like a good thing to me, because that's I've now got 2 action points, I think is what I kind of read there. So I've actually got 2 action points to use. Kind of an area of effect spell against multiple enemies would be quite useful. So I'm going to go for that. Yep, lovely. So now I would be able to upgrade my head down the line, but not yet. One more treasure chest for some light healing potions and medium healing potions too. Right, let's find some new enemies to use my new ram ability on. And, oh, I can't. Oh, yes I can, because I can fly. You can fly. I was just thinking that. Oh no, I can't get this. I'm going to have to find a way around. No. Gaming has taught me badly, because this is a game in which I can fly. In fact, I should just be able to fly over the top of these guys, but no, apparently not. You now have 2 action points. You can launch 2 attacks per round or more powerful attacks that use up to 2 action points once you've learned how. Yeah, lightning discharge on the crab. Wait, has he also got 2 abilities? I don't want to... Is he using double ability here? Yeah. Okay, he's using double lightning discharge on the crab. He got his critical hit, and that's fine. So I also get kind of 2 abilities here. So now is my attack projectiles. Yeah, okay. So I want to do my ram ability, because I think that will actually do quite a bit of damage to both of these guys. So this is my ram that actually, yeah, does quite a bit of damage to the shaman, but the shaman is hitting me. Ooh, ouch. What's happened? I've been victim of a weakening spell. Okay, it's just a debuff. And the next attack will be weakened, but the spell will be lifted for your next assault. Okay, so it's only a single round thing. And this here is revenge for you weakening me, you get. There you are, the shaman is dead. Beautiful. Another chest pops open for yet more... Ooh, bracelets of fire set. That's nice. Does that sync up nicely with my... That might sync up nicely with mine. So, iron is just some... So increases the effectiveness of your physical attacks. Oh, that's why my physical attacks are currently more powerful, because I'm using the iron bracelets. But increases the effect of my fire spells. And prolongs the burning effect. Alright, I say switch over to that. Let's go over to some magic here. Fine, and then we've got a big magic thing here that I'm half suspecting might just be a boss. Save in progress. Oh yeah. I'm suspicious of this area. What is this going to be? And an egg. It must be a dragon's egg. Can't believe it's still here after all this time. The magic of the great worms is so powerful, anything is possible. We should take it with us. Maybe we can get it to hatch. Yeah. My own dragon. I can't... Why would any character be opposed to my own pet dragon? Yes, hell yes, take the egg. And that will be... And Aziel loves me for wanting a dragon. Shall be no easy feat, but you're right. We're bound to find some use for it. Yes, indeed. There will probably be a good dragon. Wait, something is coming. Is it by any chance a mama dragon? I really hope not, because, like, I'm smaller than an albatross. Oh, no, it's a giant enemy crab! It's literally a giant enemy crab, yes! Oh, good old giant enemy crab. It's from actual Japanese history, that is. Let's go! You see, this right here is the moment I'm extremely glad I just changed my bracelets over to magic, because I've only got 1 giant crab to take on, and basically they're resistant to physical attacks by the sounds of it. So, let's go for a lightning discharge and another lightning discharge. Double lightning discharge. Yep, got the critical hit. And then 1 normal attack. And now we just put the burning damage on it for, yep, One fireball and another fireball. If we just put the burning damage on it, we'll just slowly start weakening it for 20 apiece. It takes a bit of... Ooh, it does a little bit of damage to us, mine. So the problem is, it looks like his lightning discharge is doing more damage anyway. So I suspect... I can't see any stats, but it seems like his damage does a lot more. So he does his kind of lightning discharge. He gets 24. And, okay, doubling up to 48, 49 with the critical. Whereas my fire magic is only doing like 20. Maybe his base weapon is more powerful than mine. And the only reason my basic attacks were doing better was because I was wearing the iron bracelets. That makes sense. I don't have the option to position, but he does. Right, I should be ready with the healing potions if I have to. But for the moment, probably... Let's just do one fireball and one basic attack just to see how little damage it does. Because I'm guessing not much. So one fireball for more burning. And one, yeah, 10 he resists it. Oh, he takes 20 damage from the burning. Did he just summon more crabs? Oh no, the large crab has retreated and sought refuge behind the front line. Now it will be less vulnerable to our attacks. Okay. Our crabs, the only ones capable of such a tactical move. Yes, nothing can outwit crabs. You two can seek refuge further back. You can order one of your teams to drop back. Remember, while combatants are in the rear are partly shielded, their attacks are less effective. Okay, so if you're in trouble, you can back off. That's fine. And then, ooh, in comes a basic crab. And then this guy comes in and whacks us. So we're taking a fair bit of damage here. Alright, so you, Aziel, lightning discharge against the basic crab. I think we need to just get it out the way. Because right now we don't need to worry so much about the giant enemy crab because he's at the back end. Actually, because he's taking burn damage, this could work out very nicely for us. One hit. Another hit. Right, and then John can do a... could do a big ram attack against both of them. But it feels like that's not the most efficient thing. Probably the best thing I can do is a fireball, and then a fireball to make sure everyone's taking burn damage, ideally. So you dodge that, screw you, and you are on fire. He did a big attack. Next attack is enhanced. Ooh. And then he's weakened me, attacked me. He's on fire. And hits me for 15. Ooh, okay. Right, so Aziel's weak at the moment. So possibly the best thing Aziel could do would be one round of lightning discharge at this crab. Okay, and then one round of... Oh no, it has to be a second attack. Okay, he's probably... Actually, you know what? As that's the case, Aziel, you are going to be using one potion and one potion. He's going to do a round of healing because he's weakened this turn. And then heal himself up too. And then it's John's turn. We're going to go for a fireball and a fireball. We're going to see if we can just get that small crab on fire at least. So, burning damage. And the crab goes down. Now this is good because that giant crab at the back now can't really do much to me. But he's got nothing protecting him apart from one water goblin. He's weakened Aziel again, but that's fine. Now Aziel's turn. So Aziel is going to go for... Let's just go for a basic attack. It seems to work better. These are young water goblins. I can't feel like they're going to be doing that much. Let's just see what this does. It still does 20. I think that's still going to finish him off. Yes, he goes down. Now, does that mean that the giant crab is still protected? Or does that mean he's... Yeah, I think he's still at the back. So, I guess he's just going to either come forward or summon more. Let's try a double fireball. See if we can set him on fire a bit. He's back on fire, which is good. Because the flame damage does an extra 17 damage. It's effectively an extra hit. And then he just does an attack. A really long range attack, but he doesn't actually do much to us. And now neither of us are weak. Ha! Now he's in trouble. Now he's in a lot of trouble. Double lightning discharge. Hope for a critical. 20 and 20. Put some more burn damage in. Don't know if it stacks, but it might do. Fire damage. Burning again. If nothing else, even if I miss, it lasts for 3 turns because I've got those fire gauntlets on. He does an attack for 7. Another attack for 7. Oh, dodge. Nice. Okay, now. Yeah, he's screwed. This guy's in so much trouble now. I mean, this crab, I'm guessing, is like a normal-sized crab. That would be appropriate for a normal crab if you think about it, considering the size of the seagull. So maybe this is the mama crab of all those other baby crabs I just killed a minute ago. Both of us are weakened, but weakened doesn't seem to actually matter that much. We should be able to grind him down pretty fast. Oh, what's the crab doing now? Oh, he summoned extra crabs. Darn. Oh, only one, though. He's only been able to summon one extra crab. I'm going to just try and finish this guy off right now with a double lightning. 20 and... critical. And it looks like he falls over. Crab for dinner tonight. Fireball. Double fireball. Just get this thing in. But yep, burning damage. Beautiful. Crab comes in. Isn't going to be able to do that much. Good job, Aziel. Well done. And the crab goes down. Boom. And with that, we can take what's supposed to be a dragon's egg, but that would suggest dragons are a lot smaller than I think they ought to be. So thank you for following me into the cave, even though we know not what use we shall make of the egg. Long had I been eager to search this place, and without you, it would never have been possible. I have my own agenda. I am secretly evil. You're very welcome. Think nothing of it. You were right. 'Twas worth... Oh, that's so close to verily. They're getting so close to saying verily now. So is it time for the mirrors? Well, no. You said I had to find 2 companions, didn't he? Not right away. We must see Oberon. I think he'd like to find a second companion. That's what he told me at my awakening. Yes. Must I go with you? The king and I don't really see eye to eye, oh dear. Look, come along, will you? It's fine. There's clearly light here. Can I just go... Yeah, I could just exit through the top. Because I'm Faery. That's cool. Right, Oberon, I've got 1 companion. Is that good enough? And would you maybe be willing to come with me? Because I feel like you look pretty badass, to be honest. We did find these bracelets in the cave. They could be useful. We also found an egg. No doubt a dragon's egg. Gained experience. Lovely. Oh, and leveled up just from speaking to Oberon. Very nice. We can also pick a track here. I'd say let's go for Earth, because we could lower their defenses for the next round, which sounds very useful indeed. Now, let's have a zoom around the island here and see what we can bloody find who we haven't already spoken to who's a fairy. Ah, now I've picked up Aziel. The Fawn now knows of someone. I can think of someone. That Brainbox Bert was saying just the other day we had a desire to travel and see the world. Perhaps you could talk him into following you. Bert, was that the troll at the top? Bert's a troll, and a weird one at that. He's sort of an intellectual who always speaks in verse. He spends his life with his nose in a book. He's even decided to write one himself about the fairy kingdom. Hanging around the mirrors right now. Yes! Okay, now we can head up to the mirrors and speak to the blood... I like this. A troll academic who speaks only in verse. That's somehow beautiful. And he's got a flipping emo fringe. I kind of like this guy. And a bow tie and a waistcoat and everything. Lovely. His knowledge of the world is great, and he could be a great asset in the future. He may not have the physique of a warrior, but he's still a troll. And oh no, there are his brothers, and I'm guessing they don't approve of his intellectualism. Let's have a look, see what we can do to help. Leave me in peace, infuriating shrew. Is there no one who will come to my rescue? Still talking that funny talk, eh? Your pretty book ain't so pretty now without its paper. Stop blathering and raise your dukes. What are you afraid of? Scared I'll knock you down with my little finger? Alright, we have to kill the other Gruffalos. Got it. William, your wager is a wager for fools. Your finger is not worth my quill. For my quill is mightier than the sword, and the word is mightier still. And indeed, let's intervene and save him. Let's start off with a basic lightning discharge against this guy twice and see how well that does against him. Does he resist it? 36 critical and therefore 18 basic. But he didn't actually resist it. Let's get some burn damage on him too. So I've got the rock, so I could make him weaker. And then I can cast a fireball on him, which presumably would therefore do ideally more damage. Let's see. So 1 rock and he's weakened. Ah, but he resisted the rock damage, but now he's burning. So I've basically reduced his defense. And in he swings. Ooh, he does quite... Oh, they get double attacks too. I've got to be a little bit careful here. Right, okay. So Tom is already half down. So if I just go for a double lightning attack on him, I just need to get one of them out of the way. Critical hit, that's an excellent start. He's almost dead. Question is it worth... Yeah, it's worth just straight up murdering him now, because if he goes down, there'll only be one of them to do an attack against me. So, another burning spell. And hopefully the burn damage will now take you out. Oh, go for Aziel, not for me. Or just die to a fire! Beautiful, he's died to a fire. So, next. Aziel, just try a basic attack against this guy. And see how that does. I'm guessing they resist it. Yeah, okay, they resist basic attacks, but magic attacks work much better. And meanwhile, I'm going to use a medium healing potion on myself because I don't have any... oh, no, you can. You can go at the menu. For some reason, I thought you had to stay within a single tree. But no, I can cast one fireball on him after I've healed myself. So, one big bit of healing and then one burning spell. Ooh, good dodge. William jumps in. I do a dodge. There's no agility skill as far as I can tell, so I'm not sure how dodging is defined, whether it's just like random chance like Pokemon moves. It's based on like the base accuracy of the move here. So we may as well just do a double lightning discharge, as we know physical attacks he partly resists. And yeah, he's going down. He's going to go down pretty quick, especially if we get the odd critical. And then just double fireball, get some burn damage on him ideally. He is indeed on fire. And he takes an extra 23 at the beginning of his turn. Takes a swing at Aziel, but no, he's not doing that much at all. And double lightning discharge should finish him off. If not, I think he can just go down to the burn damage. Yeah, he's going to go down to the burn damage at the beginning of his turn. So barely even matters. So throw a rock at him, and then just do a normal attack. Weaken him, and then, oh, didn't even need to do that. Victory is already mine. Beautiful. Don't worry, poetic intellectual troll. Your heroic and noble attitude deserves my total gratitude. Your righteous intervention brought me precious doom prevention, but sadly my precious collection has suffered my brother's vivisection. The monsters its pages have torn, tossing them to wind, sea, and storm. Alright, I'm guessing I need to bring the pages back. I don't know just where they are. That damn seagull is sitting on them. And 3 pages do lack from my ailing tone. 1 was caught in a harsh westerly, the 2nd was sent where the wild wind blows, and the 3rd was called by the roar of the sea. Okay, we'll help you out. I don't know how he's going to travel with me when we do actually acquire him. I never met anyone like you. I've been meaning to hit... Oh, his love for me has really got fast. And when he says he's never met anyone like me before, what he means is I'm literally the only female fairy here. So this is pretty much the first time he's seen, like, you know, boobs on a creature roughly his size. There's those tiny little pixies, but I feel like that'd be pretty weird if he was in a relationship with them. So I feel like this is just the magic of boobs. And thank you, Aziel. I'm touched by this headband of healing. Okay. Iron is physical attacks and poison. The headband healing is increased the effectiveness of healing spells. I don't have any healing spells, Aziel. Alright, okay, I don't want your stupid present. Now, first things first, 1, I know where it is. The bird sat on it. So we need to go and take care of this here bird. That's, yeah, it's alright. Get in underneath the bird. No, damn it. No. Get in on the bird. Oi. The thing is, there's no, like, outworld combat in this game. You just sort of, like, tap A on things. So we've got to make this bird fly off. Wait a minute, I've got an idea. I've got a clever idea here. Birds like fish. And there's a fisherman over here who hasn't actually contributed anything to the main plot as yet. So what if that fisherman were to provide me with a fish that I could use to lure the bird away? Or I could just steal a fish from down here. It doesn't look like that's an option. Right, fisherman, give me a fish. Oh, he doesn't give me that, but he has said that he saw some pieces of paper fall into the water. So it fell into the water. If I hovered over the sea, would I have a chance of retrieving it? I very much doubt it must have sunk by now. What you need is a mermaid. And I need to use the conch to summon her. Where do I find the conch? Oh god, this is getting complicated. Just on the water. Oh, well, this is that's much easier. Lovely. And he'll lend to me if he does a favour. Oh, for goodness sake. What favour? So a miserable little pixie spends her days torturing him. Okay, so defeat Pixie, who's somewhere near a net. Hello. Oh, I see a little pixie down there. What are you? Just one mischievous pixie. Well, alright. Well, let's try 1 lightning discharge and 1 basic attack. See what works best. And that was pretty good, but not very good at all. Right, pixies, you need to use magic. And down the pixie goes. We have indeed murdered that pixie, who may possibly be a type of fairy. It's a bit unclear. You've done me a good service there to summon mana, take the conch and blow it on the rock over there. Okay, fine. If I stand here, I can summon a mermaid, and the mermaid will get the page for me, though she might want me to bloody do something first, because everyone bloody wants me to just do little errands for them. The conch is blown. Now, where's the mermaid? And is this like the traditional Disney Beautiful mermaid, or is this like a kraken or something? Ooh, it's not quite the traditional mermaid. It's a little bit more monstery. And why have you sounded the conch? You're not Bron the fisherman. Do you have any chance of an interest in Bron the fisherman? Why do you always answer Bron's call? What's the deal between you and Bron? He's a friend, he's very kind, and I like the poems he recites to me, even though they're not often his own. Aww, that's nice. She likes Bron. How did you come by the conch? I did a favour to that bloke. I guess I could have just stolen it. That's nice. No, I did a favour to him. Did a favour for the fisherman. When I say favour, I mean I committed murder on his behalf. And I'd like the page, please. Can you by any chance get it from the bottom of the sea? I found it. Here you go. Soaking wet, but the writing seems to have resisted some bloody how. Thank you. As it's now clear that my other companion is going to be that troll, this raises the interesting question of who Oberon thought I was going to recruit, given it would appear that me, Oberon, and Aziel are the only fairies on this island. We haven't run into any others. There are no other fairies I could possibly recruit. Ah, good idea from Marcius the Fawn. He suggested speaking to Oberon over in the tower. Oberon will be able to see the whole island, so maybe Oberon will know what's going on. Oh, actually, maybe there's people on the other floors. I haven't really bothered exploring the other floors yet. What is in all the other floors, by the way? Anything? Or just a weird bumbly... Ooh, little things. Hello. Tiny little friendly pixies. Ah, I did come across one, and here it is. Do you mind if I have it, or are you going to send me a little fetch quest by any chance? Trouble is, I cut it up to make a new... What? You're wearing it right now? Take your clothes off immediately, or I will murder you. There may be some means of repairing it, but I don't know. Anyway, here it is. Oh, she's wanting me to give me her dress. All right, fine. Thank you. Probably a different dress then. Alright, so that's been badly damaged, but there's a woman down here, Arachne, who's like the weaver of the town. I might be able to get her to cooperate in fixing it. Aha. Got plans here. Torn page, can you fix it, Arachne? Stitcher page, why child's play, my dear? Give it here. Lovely. Okay, that's 2 of the pages done then. Alright, what can we do here? That's the golden nest, the page must be inside, but the bird is clearly not asleep, but okay. Let's sneak up on her. We don't upset anyone with a beak like that. Her violence must mean she's brooding. And attack, provoke her, distract her. No, let's not attack her. She might be really tough. She's much bigger than us. Let's distract her if we can. And it's worth a try. Let's attempt to draw her out of the nest. And using a fish. That was my plan in the first place. That's why I went to go see the fisherman. A fish. Unfortunately, I gave my last catch to the goblins in the dragon's cave. The tide's a bit low to cast the nets right now. Oh, screw you. Look, you can lie to me as much as you want. There are clearly fish right here. Look, fish. Clearly fish. But apparently the game just wants me to go and murder the goblins in the dragon's cave again. So, alright. Actually, maybe are these them? Could I be murdering? Do I need to murder these guys? Let's go murder these guys, just in case these are the people in question. Oi. Nope, killing them was just experience. We did actually need to go into the dragon's cave. Let's go have a look-see, see if we can find that fish in there. Aha, some fresh goblins in here. Let's see what we can do to them. And the goblins have formed a ring. Wait, the goblins formed a ring around that goblin like they want to protect him. Looks like he's in trouble. Okay, well, potion? Yeah, could we heal the goblin? You're right, he's wounded. We could give him a potion. If he's suffering, it would be our duty. Give him one of our potions. Very generous. Do we have any potion? Yeah, we got loads, don't worry. We have a potion and we'll learn some healing magic sooner or later. They're overjoyed. Look, they're offering us their fish. This game has just provided a non-violent solution. And we could have just fought the seagull in the first place, but instead we've done all this. This game is actually... Surprisingly, there's quite a lot of depth here. There's actually, like, you know, violent and passive solutions to everything. I could have just stolen that conch to summon the mermaid, or I could have done the little kind of deal with the goblin. Or I could have just fought the seagull. But instead I've gone around to try and find a passive way of doing it. And when I wasn't fighting the seagull, I could have either fought the goblins to get their fish, or I could have actually been generous and given them a potion to a rat. There's actually... It reminds me weirdly of New Vegas. Genuinely it does. That, like... You know, it's a kind of action-y RPG, but with multiple solutions, including pacifist ones and alternative ones. To each quest, there's actually... Yeah, it's surprisingly good. I was expecting just a complete, like, disaster. I was expecting just to make fun of this game for being ridiculous. And, okay, fine, it's a bit ridiculous, but it's, yeah, surprisingly well thought through in places. Now, let's go and hang out with that seagull. Now, where to put the fish exactly? Aha, right here. put the fish down. Yep, seagull pops down for the fish. And we can nip up to the nest nice and quick. And there is indeed the page. And that is all 3 pages, I believe. Let's hand the pages over to Bert and get our third companion. I'm genuinely curious as to how he's going to keep up with us, because he doesn't have wings. Thank you, dear friends. Words will ne'er suffice to speak of my gratitude, joy and delight. Would I had laurels to crown your fair brows, to show you the world how with honour endowed your place so deserved in the noble pantheon of probity, purity and nobility is reserved. With this trio of pages my work is quite whole, so now I can follow you, come high water and hell. Plenty of those lines didn't rhyme properly, Bert. Ah, but first it looks like his brothers are back. One more fight with them. There we are. Ah, but this time we've got Bert in our team, and mysteriously he does appear to be able to fly, even though his troll brothers can't. So, sure, he may be an academic, which they don't approve of, but you'd think they would admire the fact that he does appear to be able to fly, despite having no wings or other form of propulsion visible. Now, we remember how to deal with these guys. It's purely about just piling on the lightning damage. So, straight up, just pile on the lightning damage to them, and just get them down as fast as possible. Same as before. We'll do 1 rock and 1 fireball to get his defenses down a bit. So he's weakened. And 1 fire spell he manages to dodge. Now, what's Bert's abilities? Bert has a basic attack. Or he's got... Okay, he's just got rock magic. Oh, so he's basically... Okay, so he can't do much in the way of attacking. He can just do straight up kind of debuffing. So we've got a rock cast on both of these guys already, so we may as well just see how powerful his attacks are. So we'll just cast 1 rock, and which gets the defenses down, and then that can do 24 damage even when they resist it. It's not actually that bad. More burning, and he goes down. Beautiful. And with that, we've got up to level 5. I love it! He's just a flying troll. A flying troll with a waistcoat and a bow tie, and a book that he hits people with. And at level 5, I could upgrade my tail. Do I get a tail? I wasn't aware I had a tail. Do I have a tail? Oh, I don't have a tail right now, but I could... Bird tail. I can't unlock that yet. So I could have a cat tail for increasing dodge chance, or a scorpion for poison dart projected at an enemy causing considerable physical damage. Ooh. You see, I get the feeling that Aziel's a good magic user, but she could be a good physical person. So I'm actually going to change her over to physical. I'm going to take the poison dart. Yep, that's fine. And I'm going to change the bracelets back to iron, so increases the effectiveness of physical attacks and poison. So now, next time she gets into a big fight, she's going to be in great shape with her physical attacks. And now she's got a... I'm not quite keen on the fact that she's now just got a scorpion sticking out of the back of it there. I feel like in some ways, yeah, the cat tail would have been better. I'd have loved it if it just flashed up there for a second. Aziel loves you a little bit less. Because now, you know, he still would, but he's a bit worried about the fact that there is a scorpion stinger right there. Now, let's go and speak to Oberon and see how he feels about indeed, the flying troll. There's no explanation for this. He just flies. Alright, fine. Oberon, I think you'll approve of this guy even more. Well, well, Bert, so you're number 2. I do believe your knowledge of the fairy world will be of use in our quest. Ah, okay, the king actually approves. And with that, bright light shines down on the mirrors. It would appear one of the mirrors has opened up. And me and Aziel and Bert, the flying intellectual troll, can head on our way. I like Bert. I'm going to be honest, this game's done a good job of characterizing its followers. I already like Bert more than I like any companion in the entirety of Fallout 4. Genuinely, I like Bert. He's awesome. Let's go into the slightly low-resolution picture and see what's the far side. So we step through and we are now in a new place. Is it like a new island like we were in already, except just like a new one? Ooh! It's a fawn and a giant robin. Well, technically a normal-sized robin just next to a tiny fawn. Yay! Oh, robins are cute. I like robins. So, 3 fresh faces in Yggdrasil. Yggdrasil. You couldn't have chosen a worse moment to visit. Oh dear. Our tree's dying, you know. Slowly, painfully. Ugh. Well, hello there. And I'm John. My companions and myself have come to try and save your Yggdrasil. We were sent by Oberon. And the tree's been sick for a while now, and it's because of the hornet's nest sitting atop the branches. Okay, so we basically need to go and deal with a nest of hornets. Okay, fine. You'll have to kill the queen to get rid of them, otherwise they won't budge an inch. There might be some other way around it though. So mix up a potion and then burn it. Sure as diddly they'll skedaddle. So try using pungent toadstools and animal dung and rotten eggs too. That should do the trick. So we could just straight up fight the hornets, or we could create a potion instead. Yeah, let's have a look at the potion at least. So let's see what this area is like then. Is it another little kind of... Yeah, it's just like a little area. So all of the worlds within the mirrors are just like little areas. The tree itself is huge. I love the scale of it. You can just kind of just like, you know, head up to the top of the tree if you want. Screw it, just kind of, yeah, just fly straight up to the top of the tree. Just, I genuinely, I like this game. And I wasn't expecting to. This is just kind of one of those, and then you can just look down and just enjoy the full tree surrounded by the mist. And then there's the damn hornet's nest. So there's nothing to stop you just going straight inside the hornet's nest and battering your way through to the queen and just straight up murdering her if you want. Or, if you'd prefer, yep, there's enter's just available right away. Or, if you prefer, find a way to, yeah, kind of find a way around it by creating smoke that will just drive them off. There's basically no other way to describe this, but if someone had tried to make Fallout New Vegas, but it was a small indie team, so they had to make it on like a small scale, but they wanted to stay really true to the ethos, and they wanted to put it into a fantasy setting, this is what they would make. It's an action RPG, albeit the combat is turn-based rather than real-time, with, you know, equipment upgrades, character upgrades, a really nice habit of like upgrades and so forth kind of having physical consequences in the world, multiple solutions including pacifist solutions instead of just like nothing but violent solutions. So you can play this game almost entirely pacifist if you'd prefer to. It's lovely. This is genuinely a good little game for just like a little cheapy game I picked up off Steam. Just like, it's a nice little, I don't even know if you'd call it an RPG. It's very much an action RPG, but it's surprisingly well put together. And if you do indeed like flying around, fantasy games, alternate solutions, all that jazz, I'd actually genuinely recommend this, which I did not expect to end this video saying. So yeah, Faery apparently potentially worth a look. So hopefully maybe a few of you will. And in the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, I've been John. This has been Many a True Nerd, and this has been the surprisingly decent Faery. Thank you very much, and goodbye. My milk gave me a sign, and it said tomorrow you will do something that will change your fate. Is my character simultaneously using a phone, using a laptop, smoking and driving in a rainstorm? Hello headquarters, I've got a problem. Yes, it's the milk again. Sorry, what were you saying? I was looking at this biscuit. You know what, mate? I'm confused too.